Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we're doing Bikurim Perek Sheni Mishnayos Chet and Tet. Mishnah Chet says a koi. I was always unsure how to pronounce this. Kvi or koi. It appears in the beginning of Zaz Kedushin. Here, the vowelization I have here in the Mishnah is koi. I think it's a buffalo. I mean, it's not really clear. No one's really clear what this animal is, but a buffalo. A buffalo, we're not really sure. Is it a domesticated animal or is it a wild animal? There are ways that it's similar to a wild animal. In certain ways, it's similar to domesticated animal. In certain aspects, it's like both. In certain aspects, it's like neither. The upcoming Mishnayos will explain this Mishnah better. How is it? In what way is it similar to a wild animal? Only a wild animal, if you shecht it, you have to cover the blood. A cow or a sheep, when you shecht, you don't have to cover the blood. It's only by chaya you cover the blood. So here it's a suffix. Really, that's what a koya is. We're not sure. It's a suffix whether it's a chaya or behema. So therefore, suffix d'oraisa, you cover the blood. Nonetheless, you're not allowed to shecht it on Yom Tov. The reason you're not allowed to shecht it on Yom Tov is because the Gemara in Beitza talks about is that you're going to have to mataldel. You're going to have to take either dirt or ashes or things like that. And if you would have prepared them, instead I'm using these for kisei adam, so you can prepare dirt, like Gemara in Shabbos and Beitza talks about, you can prepare something and take away its muksa status. But the regular cases where I didn't prepare dirt specifically for this, so it's muksa. So therefore, even an Ephra Kira, which is, things I burned something, I have ashes, I burned something, I cooked something, I have ashes, nonetheless, Ephra Kira is Muchan Levada, not Muchan Lasaf. It's only Muchan for a situation of your Vada using it. Here, you're not sure if you do Kisei Adam, so therefore, it's Muksa to cover it. And therefore, because you can't cover the blood, you're not allowed to shecht it. If you did shecht it, which you're technically allowed to shecht it, because Ochel Nefesh is mutter, and the Mechasen is Damo. Again, you don't cover the blood because it's Muksa. The Chalev, right? The forbidden fats are is another nafkin in a chaya and a behema. Right, the chalev of a chaya happened to be mutter. Interestingly enough, chalev, the forbidden fats, only by a behema, an animal, a cow or a sheep or a goat. Those the chalev is also, and you have to be makar on the mizbeach for a korban. The chalev is mutter. Forbidden fats are mutter by a chalev. However, maybe because of, I'll explain more in Iyam Tzion, if the animal dies without shafting it, right, it's an avela, so it becomes too much an avela, as opposed to a behema, where if it dies by itself, the chalev is not tameh by an avela, kechaya. The tumaso b'safek, right, and even if it's a suffix, right, since it's a suffix, we're not sure it's a chaya behema, it's still, because it's tameh, it's only a tumas suffix, because it might be a behema. But ain podin bo peter chama. Another nafkamina is, it's like a chaya, is that if you want to redeem a firstborn donkey, you have to give the kohen a seh. You have to give him either a sheep, maybe the Gemara says in Maseches Bechoros, you give him a different type of domesticated animal. To give him a chaya, you can't give. It's a suffix. To give him a buffalo, it's a suffix chaya, so therefore you can't redeem a peter chama with it. If you don't have anything to redeem with it, then you have to actually take an axe and kill the peter chamor, the firstborn donkey. Stay tuned for Iyam Tzion. We're talking about the din of tuma by a chaya. A tumas nevela by a forbidden fats of a chaya. Well, actually, by a chaya, it's actually mutter fats. But it's interesting that by a chaya, where the fats are mutter for consumption, if it dies by itself, then it becomes tameh. And by a behema, where it's aser and it dies by itself, the forbidden fats, which are forbidden by a behema, do not become tameh. It's not tumas nevela. Why is that? I will explain in Iyam Tzion coming up next.